Whom do we have as our guest today?
Today we have Alex from Canada.
That's right, who is living in Canada, Vancouver, Canada, to be specific.
We haven't had any of his clips in a while. Was he on a hiatus?
He was sort of on a hiatus. 네. 하이에러스 하면 정말로 잠깐 활동을 멈춘 거니까 이렇게 알렉스 씨가 이야기를 보내주다가 좀 쉬었다. 그러면 he was on a hiatus, but he's back now.
Oh, good.
이렇게
I'm
말할
glad.
수 있겠죠? 자, 알렉스 씨가 아팠던 경험에 대해서 이야기를 해줄 텐데 좀 가슴 아픈 이야기입니다. 그래도 한번 들어볼까요?
Okay, Alex 씨
나와주세요.
The sickest I've ever been was 2 years ago when I got the flu. It was not fun. It started out sort of like a fever. I remember my head being hot. My nose was kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy. And then my body was just like weak. And so I decided that I was going to take a day off from work. I messaged my boss and I said, hey, I'm feeling pretty sick. I'm going to stay home today. And the next day, it was just like symptoms that I'd never experienced before. I felt so weak. Could barely stand up, only to like go to the bathroom. I barely ate anything for like 3 days. And yeah, ended up taking basically a full week off of work. My advice, get a flu shot and also try not to get the flu.
마지막에 my advice 하는 것 자체가 재밌어요. 그냥 독감 걸리지 마세요.
Yeah, but you can't really control that.
그렇죠. 그래서 네, 독감 예방주사 이야기도 살짝 언급을 했는데요. 한 줄 한 줄 알렉스 씨가 어떤 이야기 했는지 공부를 해보겠습니다.
Alright, so the very first line is the sickest I've ever been was 2 years ago when I got the flu. The sickest I've ever been was 2 years ago when I got the flu.
뜻은 제가 제일 아팠던 것은 2년 전에 독감에 걸렸을 때였어요 라는 뜻인데 이 문장 구조 여러분 안 써보셨을 수도 있어요. 왜냐하면 the sickest, the quickest, the fastest,
the craziest,
cheapest,
the cheapest you've been,
cheapest, cheesiest 여러 가지 다양한 형용사들이 있잖아요. 그것의 그 최상급, superlative라고 하는 이 최상급 형태를 쓰면 보통 이렇게 말하죠. The cheapest computer I've ever bought. The most exciting thing I've ever heard.
The craziest thing I've ever done.
Or seen.
Yeah.
Do, see, buy 이런 형태의 다른 동사들이 많이 들어가는데 The biggest room I've ever been in 이런 식으로 be도 같다라는 뜻으로 많이 쓰는데 내가 가장 어땠던 때 이런 형태로는 많이 안 쓰게 되거든요. 그렇지만 충분히 듣고 이해를 할 수 있어야 됩니다. The sickest I've ever been. 그러면 sick 말고 다른 걸 한번 넣어보자면 Let's replace the sickest with something else. Like
the quickest I've ever been on my 2-mile run was, I don't know, 12 minutes.
그렇죠. 뭐 12 minutes? 2 miles
6-minute mile.
아 진짜요? 굉장히 빠른데요?
You can do 6-minute miles.
I see.
It's not me. It's not true. I hate running.
Yeah, I hate running.
Yeah.
too. 그런데 아무튼 그 2마일을 뛰는 동안 뭐 킬로미터로 따지자면 뭐 3.2km 정도 되겠지만 그걸 뛰는 동안 내가 가장 빨랐던 것은 the quickest I've been 이런 형태. 또는 뭐가 있을까요? The smartest I've been 이라든지.
The prettiest I've been
뭐 그런 형태.
was in high school.
지금은 아니군요. 네. 고등학교 때가 제일 예뻤다고요? Of course, there's no way to prove it. 증명할 길이 없으니까. 그래서 형용사 형태의 형용사의 가장 그 최상급 형태가 오고 I've been 문장이 거기서 끝나요. 이것도 이해를 충분히 해야 됩니다. I've been was 2 years ago when I got the flu 또는 a flu. 보통 got the flu라고 하죠.
Yeah, usually we say the flu because it's a specific like type of virus. Yeah.
Yeah, you say you catch a cold.
Right,
and
you get the flu. Yeah.
다음 문장 가보겠습니다.
It was not fun. It was not fun.
재미없었어요라는 말인데 이제 재미없었다기보다는 즐겁지 않았다.
Yeah, you didn't enjoy it.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
네, 좀 비꼬는 거죠.
Yeah.
It was not the most fun.
It was not
I've
the most fun.
ever
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
We use that a lot of the times if we had an unpleasant experience.
그렇죠.
We'll say it was not fun.
불쾌하거나 힘들었거나
Yeah.
괴로웠던 경험을 이야기할 때 it was not fun.
Yeah, or you could do the opposite. If someone said, "Oh, I had a difficult day." Sounds fun.
오늘 하루 힘들었어. 재밌었겠네. 라고 약간의 그 비꼬면서 말을 하는 거죠.
We do that a lot too.
Alright. 냉소가 아주 영어의 핵심인 것 같아요. 영어식 유머의 핵심인 것 같아요. 다음 문장 가보겠습니다.
It started out sort of like a fever. It started out sort of like a fever.
It started out. 사실 out를 빼도 똑같은 말은 돼요.
Of course.
네. It started sort of
Like
like
a
a
fever.
fever. 비슷한 표현이고요. Started out. 그런데 이제 start 뒤에 it started 하고 좀 허전하기 때문에 out를 넣어주는 경우 종종 있고요. sort of 하면은 약간 like a fever. 열처럼 시작이 되었대요.
Right.
즉 열이 있었다라는 거죠.
Of course. I mean, you will get a fever, but you know, first, what he's meaning is that he didn't think it would be so serious.
그렇죠.
It was just a small thing, and then it turned out to be something so big.
네.
So it started out sort of like a fever, and then it got really big.
맞아요.
Yeah.
게다가 또 의미하는 것은 he thought it would just be a fever.
Right.
그냥 열일 줄만 알았다라는 거죠.
Right.
열이 뭐 올랐다가 내릴 거라고 생각을 했는데, and then
Okay, so in the next sentence, we have to first take a look at the clip. So let's look.
I remember my head being hot. My nose was kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy. I remember my head being hot. My nose was kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy.
wow. What did he say?
He said, I remember my head being hot, my nose kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy.
이 마지막 부분은 사실 my nose kind of stuffy 뭐 여기는 어렵지 않았어요. 좀 천천히 읽었잖아요. 천천히 말했잖아요. 그런데 앞부분 굉장히 빠르게 지나갔던 곳이 바로
I remember my head being hot. I remember my head being hot.
거의 비슷한 속도네요.
Yeah.
I remember가 그냥 어떻게 됐죠?
Remember.
I remember?
I remember.
I remember.
I remember.
약간 our member.
Yeah.
I remember.
I remember.
I remember.
Yeah. So
Our member.
Yeah, I remember.
네.
So sometimes on SNS, people will just write member. I remember that
I
time.
remember. I've never seen that.
Oh, really?
저는 한 번도 못 본 것
Maybe it's
같아요.
a Georgia thing.
네, 소셜 미디어에서는 그 remember를 줄여서 멤버라고 한다고요?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Interesting. I'll have to look out for that. 찾아봐야 되겠네요. 그리고 I remember my head being 내 머리가 어떤 상태였던 것을 기억한다라는 문장 구조고요. Being hot, 머리가 뜨겁고 because he had a fever, and my nose being kind of stuffy, being 생략됐습니다. stuffy는 이제 막히는 거죠.
Right.
답답한 거.
Right. So it means that things are packed very tightly in there, so he can't really breathe,
네.
obviously. Yeah.
코가 막혔을 때도 stuffy를 쓸 수 있고요. 여러분이 뭐 예를 들어 차에 탔을 때,
Yeah.
네,
You feel like you can't breathe, so maybe you want to roll the window down.
네,
Yeah.
차에 탔는데 갑자기 답답한 거예요. 안에
Yeah.
공기가. 그랬을 때 환기를 시켜야 되겠죠. You need some ventilation there.
Right.
All right, let's hear this sentence two more times.
I remember my head being hot. My nose was kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy. I remember my head being hot. My nose was kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy.
So let's see what other symptoms he had.
Okay.
And then my body was just like weak. And then my body was just like weak.
네, 이 부분은 천천히 말을 했습니다. And then my body was just like 단어를 찾다가 he was searching for
Yeah.
a word, a proper word for this. weak. 몸이 어땠냐면요. 아, 약했어요. 힘이 없었어요.
Weak.
weak. weak 자체가 또 여러 가지 뜻이 있지만 의지가 약한 것도 weak라고 하죠. You have a very weak willpower.
Weak willpower. Or you have a very weak argument.
아하.
Yeah.
주장이 좀 힘이 없는 거죠.
Yeah, or weak evidence. Not too long ago we talked about, concrete evidence. You
그렇죠.
can have weak evidence as well.
weak evidence 증거인데 힘이 실리지 않은 증거. 이거는 좀 증거로 채택될 확률이 낮은 거 이렇게 말할 수 있습니다. weak는 여러 뜻이 있고요. 그래서 몸이 여기서는 전체적으로 힘이 없었다. 너무 아파서. So what did he decide to do?
So he decided in the next sentence, but first we have to take a look at the clip.
And so I decided that I was going to take a day off from work.
와, 알렉스 씨가 말을 평소에도 빠르게 하지만 정말 빨랐습니다. 한번 내용 확인해 보죠.
And so I decided that I was going to take a day off from work.
So 여기는 여러분 특별한 어떤 발음상의 특이점이라기보다는 그냥 빠르게 연습해 보시면 들리실 거예요. So I decided that I was going to take a day off from work.
So I decided that I was going to take a day off from work.
더 빨리 해볼게요. So I decided that I was going to take a day off from work.
So I decided I was going to take a day off from work.
잘 가다가 마지막에 off from work 이 부분이 걸리네요. 근데 알렉스 씨는 이 부분도 off from work 이렇게 발음을 해줬습니다. 일을 하루 쉬기로 결정했다라고 하는 이 문장 한번 빠른 속도로 나온 알렉스 씨의 이야기 두 번 더 확인해 보시죠.
And so I decided that I was going to take a day off from work.
So he decided to take a day off of work. So he says, I messaged my boss and I said. I messaged my boss and I said.
I messaged my boss. 발음도 여기서도 좀 잘 들으셔야 됩니다. I messaged my boss 하면은 나는 상사에게 문자 메시지를 보낸다. 현재형이에요. 그렇지만 과거형으로 말을 했죠. I messaged my boss.
Messaged my boss.
그렇지만 실제로 이야기할 때에는 in actual conversations, you don't really hear the difference between the two pronunciations.
No, you don't, because the D is very, very soft.
네.
So I messaged my boss. I messaged my boss.
네. 과거형 여러분 D가 들리시나요? 잘 안 들리는 경우에도 네, 문맥을 통해서 아셔야 되겠죠? I messaged my boss and I said 상사에게 메시지를 보내서 뭐라고 말했죠?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty sick. I'm going to stay home today. Hey, I'm feeling pretty sick. I'm going to stay home today.
네, 오늘 많이 아파요. I'm going to stay home today. 오늘 집에 있을 거예요. Stay home도 될 수 있고 stay at home도 될 수 있습니다. 둘 다 괜찮고요. Both work here in this case.
For sure.
그런데 이제 뭐 우리말과 영어하고 한국어의 차이일 수도 있겠지만 Can I stay home? 이렇게 물어보지 않고 그냥 I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just notifying.
You're just
your
notifying,
boss.
right? Because we get a certain amount of sick days, and for us, using the sick day is not as big of an issue as it might be, here
네.
in Korea.
네.
So as long as you're within your sick days,
Yeah.
then you're perfectly fine to say, hey, I'm going to stay home.
Yeah, it's the same in Korea. Like you get in many workplaces, you get a certain number of sick days.
But using it is
When you use it, you're more apologetic in the Korean culture, I think. 좀 약간 아파서 쉴 때도 약간 미안해하고 죄송하지만 오늘 쉬어도 될까요? 이렇게 말을 하는 게 일반적인 것 같은데 여기서는 그냥 Hey, I'm sick. I'm gonna stay at home. 이렇게 이야기를 했습니다.
Yeah.
네, 다음 문장으로 넘어가 볼까요?
And the next day, it was just like symptoms that I'd never experienced before. And the next day, it was just like symptoms that I'd never experienced before.
네, 그날은 그냥 머리가 좀 뜨겁고 이런 정도였는데 And the next day, 다음 날이 되니까 It was just like symptoms that I had never experienced before. 전에는 한 번도 경험해 본 적이 없었던
Wow.
had never니까 그때 아팠고 그 전에 한 번도 경험해 본 적이 없었던 증상들, symptoms를 경험을 했대요.
Wow.
Wow, he was very sick.
Yeah, he was extremely sick in that case. And in the next sentence, he tells us other symptoms he had.
네, 좋아요. 한번 들어볼까요?
I felt so weak I could barely stand up, only to go to the bathroom. I felt so weak, could barely stand up, only to go to the bathroom.
네, so A, that, B 형태인데 너무 weak, sick한 나머지 weak한 거네요. 너무 약한 나머지, 즉 힘이 없는 나머지 I felt so weak. I가 생략되어 있습니다. 말할 때 could barely stand up. 어느 정도, 어느 지경이었냐면 일어나는 것도 힘들었다. 일어나는 것도 겨우겨우 일어났다라는 말이고요. 왜 일어났죠? 아프면 누워있지? Only to go to the bathroom.
Right.
화장실은 가야 되니까 화장실 가려고 일어나는 것도 겨우겨우, barely
Oh, my.
네, 했다고 합니다. He was that weak or that sick.
Wow. Whew.
So,
let's see what else happened during this time. I barely ate anything for 3 days. I barely ate anything for 3 days.
네, 3일 동안 거의 아무것도 못 먹었어요라는 말인데요. barely가 지금 두 번째 나왔잖아요. barely 이야기를 잠깐만 해보면 barely는 일반적으로 그 barely에서 ly를 빼면 bare는 맨손 말할 때 bare hands,
Bare hands,
네,
bare feet.
bare feet, 맨발들이라는 말이죠. So you can, for example, touch something with your bare hands.
With your bare hands,
맨손으로 만질 수 있고.
Or you can barely touch something.
네. 이게 이제 문맥에 따라서 barely touch something 이게 만졌다는 건지
Right.
아니면 조금 만진 건지 아니면 거의 안 만진 건지
Yeah.
애매하긴 하지만
Yeah.
문맥을 통해서 살필 수 있습니다. 여기서 보면 barely ate anything이면 뭔가를 먹긴 먹은 거죠. Just
Right.
a little bit.
Just a little thing, just a few things. His
그러면
plate was very bare when he ate, if you just think about that.
I see. So his plate was almost empty.
Yeah.
그래서 barely는 아예 안 한 건 아닌데 거의 안 한 거나 다름이 없는 거예요. 3일 동안 거의 아무것도 안 먹었다, 못 먹었다. So what ended up happening?
And yeah, ended up taking basically a full week off work. And yeah, ended up taking basically a full week off work.
네, off work도 되고 off of work도 괜찮죠. 둘 다 쓰이는 표현입니다.
Of course.
Take a week off work, take a week off of work. 둘 다 쓰이는 표현인데 알렉스 씨는 여기서 off of work라고 말을 했고 결과적으로는 그냥 오늘 아프고 내일 아프고 하루하루 더해지다 보니까 일주일 내내 쉬게 되었대요. All right, we have just one more sentence.
All right, the final sentence is my advice, get a flu shot, and also try not to get the flu. My advice, get a flu shot, and also try not to get the flu.
지금 조언이 두 개인데요. There are two pieces of advice here.
Right.
One piece of advice is get a flu shot.
A flu shot.
네, 독감 예방 주사를 맞으시고 그리고 try not to get the flu. 이거는 try not to get sick. 똑같은 거잖아요.
Yeah.
뭐 되도록이면 아프지 마세요라는 말인데 이게 컨트롤 되는 게 아니니까
Right.
좀 농담 반, 진담 반이죠.
Right, so it's usually always just for, comedic element, just to kind of be funny.
That's right.
Just a little joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Try not to make any accidental mistakes.
Right.
이런 거랑 비슷하죠. Okay. Yeah.
I've noticed the flu is kind of more, I don't know, in Korea I've never really heard of many people getting the flu. Is it?
독감. I mean, I think a lot of people actually get the
it
flu.
every year?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also a lot of people get a flu shot.
Right,
So
okay.
Maybe that's why.
I just wondered, because I know for us, like every year, they're like, they tell us when the new flu shots are ready, and then a lot of people get them. I've never gotten one.
아, 진짜요?
Yeah, I've never gotten the flu. Like, I've been in the house with two parents with the flu every year, but I never get it. So maybe
네.
I'm immune.
저 바이러스니까
Because every year, I
면역-
never get it.
You cannot be immune to viruses.
Oh, that's true.
So anyway,
Well, yes,
I've
you
never.
can. That's why you get vaccinations.
Yeah, but vaccination is not like
Oh, that's
making you
true.
immune. So that's another discussion topic,
Oh,
right?
that's
자, 그러면 이 백신에 대해서 방금 이야기하고 그 다음에 가장 아팠던 경험에 대해서 이야기해준 알렉스 씨의 이야기를 두 번 확인해 보겠습니다.
The sickest I've ever been was 2 years ago when I got the flu. It was not fun. It started out sort of like a fever. I remember my head being hot. My nose was kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy. And then my body was just like weak. And so I decided that I was going to take a day off from work. I messaged my boss and I said, hey, I'm feeling pretty sick. I'm going to stay home today. And the next day, it was just like symptoms that I'd never experienced before. I felt so weak, could barely stand up, only to like go to the bathroom. I barely ate anything for like 3 days. And yeah, ended up taking basically a full week off of work. My advice, get a flu shot and also try not to get the flu. The sickest I've ever been was 2 years ago when I got the flu. It was not fun. It started out sort of like a fever. I remember my head being hot. My nose was kind of stuffy, but not very stuffy. And then my body was just like weak. And so I decided that I was going to take a day off from work. I messaged my boss and I said, hey, I'm feeling pretty sick. I'm going to stay home today. And the next day, it was just like symptoms that I'd never experienced before. I felt so weak, could barely stand up, only to like go to the bathroom. I barely ate anything for like 3 days. And yeah, ended up taking basically a full week off of work. My advice, get a flu shot and also try not to get the flu.
Thank you, Alex, for telling us the story 2 more times about your experience of being sick with a flu.
Thanks so much. And so now we're going to take a look at some other words. So why don't we move right into street
Smart.